Peace, family. It is your girl, Lonnie G, the CEO and founder of Loving the Journey. I am a spiritual mentor and intuitive healer for Black women. I help Black women learn who they are, what they need, and how to align with their life's vision. And so if you're interested in talking about that and learning more about that, stay tuned. Okay, as you can see by the title of today's video, we're talking about watching your mouth. Okay, watching your mouth. Okay, and I think that's incredibly important for us because before we get into that, I'm gonna just go ahead and plug myself real quick. And I'm gonna just start to do in every video. If you haven't started your journaling practice and you wanna learn more how to tap into yourself on another level, and maybe you've been journaling and you just like, I ain't really talking about shit no more, get you this journaling guidebook. This is called the Get Your Shit Together journaling guidebook. This has over 20 journaling prompts to help you in the space to journal in there. So you don't have to have a bio journal along with this. It's already in there for you. And it's based on my program, my mentorship program, the Get Your Shit Together program, which helps you to learn who you are, what you need, and how to align with your life's vision. And so if you're trying to take your life to the next level, take your journaling practice to the next level, and really get intentional with your journaling practice, pick this up at the link below, okay? And if you're looking for a sacred and safe space, a virtual community for you as a Black woman that's on the healing journey, definitely join my Patreon at patreon.com/lovinggthejourneyy. So that's my plug for today and for every day moving forward. But I want to talk today with y'all about watching your mouth and the importance of watching the words that you say. And so if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I recently talked about the book that I'm reading this month, the books that I'm reading this month. And one of the books that I'm reading this month, hold on, you can see it over there. Okay, we're reading the 4 Agreements. And shout out to my printer and shout out to the internet for getting this PDF version, so I had to buy it. But, you know, shout out to you, Dominique Reviews. I definitely bought one of your other books, okay? So today, last night, in the wee hours of the evening, I was reading this wonderful book that I was recommended back when I was in college, like back, I think it was my junior year of college. I went to this conference called Encore. Any other higher ed people know what Encore is, please shout me out in the comments. Okay, Encore, I love Encore. Even if I'm not in higher ed, I mean, which I won't ever be again, but I would definitely go to Encore again. It's a vibe. And so yeah, they recommended reading the 4 Agreements. It was the first session that I went to. It was my very first conference, and the first session I went to, and her session was talking about the 4 Agreements. Now, I don't know why I signed up for this session because I ain't know shit about the 4 Agreements, but something drew me to it. And so this is back in 2016, I believe, 2016. And here I am, 2022, finally reading the book 6 years later. Look at that, in the 6th year. Look at the divinity. Look at the divinity. We love spirit. Anyway, and so the first chapter talks about the first agreement, which is being impeccable with your word. Be impeccable with your word. And something that came up for me when I was reading the chapter, I think I got 3 pages in, and it really hit me that we really need to watch our mouth. And we talk about this all the time, right? Like, watch the words you say. Words are spells. You are casting spells with the words that you say. But I really want us to think more intentionally, because we do not say things with intention most times. And this came up for me really thinking about the words that people have said to me that have stuck with me that I'm sure they don't even remember that they said. They were just mindlessly saying something. You know, some people might have been really trying to hurt me in the words that they said, but some of them were just talking, right? And not thinking about what they said or how it could have impacted me. And here I am, 29, still thinking about some of these things that people have said, and having that being like a script in my mind that I'm having to actively challenge now. And so I want to bring this to your attention, because a lot of you that may be a part of this community may either be mothers or may either be people who are in community with people that may be vulnerable, right? So we are all on this healing journey. And as we are healing, we are uncovering and peeling back a lot. So we are incredibly vulnerable to people's opinions, people's perspectives. You know, we just feel like, I want to be validated, I want to be affirmed, I want to be understood, and I don't even understand me. And so I will tell you from my personal experience, when I really turned the page and, you know, into the new chapter of my book of life to healing intentionally, I was incredibly vulnerable. And I was around my family who did not understand anything that I was doing, and I didn't understand it either. And so a lot of the things that they said, I took it incredibly personally, which in this book, they talk about don't take nothing personally. So I'm really excited to get to that chapter. But I had a script in my mind of what they said about me and how they felt about me and how that it really influenced how I showed up in other spaces. Because I was like, well, if they thought that, then other people are going to think that. And it was just really a lot. And so I want you to remember to be mindful before you speak, not only with other people, but with yourself. One of the songs I've been listening to almost every day recently is India Ari, Get It Together, which is, very, very in alignment. But it's been my song since I was a kid, okay? And she said, you're the first person, I don't know if these are exactly I'm trying to remember the exact words now, the way she said it, but basically the premise is you are the first person to hear the words out of your mouth. And so make sure there are words of love. Think before you speak. Be mindful in your speech. And too many of us just say things very flippantly. We're all very much self-deprecating, and it's not cute. It's not cute. And I'm not saying this to make sure I want you to be cute, but keep it cute for real. Do not talk about yourself in a negative way. There's everybody out there, not saying everybody will do that, but there's enough people out there that are willing. Don't be a part of the willing part. Don't be willing to do that. How about we speak more loving to ourselves? And of course, when you have been, as I was a person who really made it my job to shit on myself before anybody else got the chance to, it was very difficult for me, and it's still very difficult for me at times to speak lovingly to myself, to affirm myself, to uplift myself, to be kind to myself, even in the way that I think before it even comes out of my mouth. It's difficult because the script that's been there has been one of negativity, has been one of hate. Reality, we live in an anti-Black world. So first and foremost, I'm Black. I spent a long time not even liking my own skin. I wanted to be lighter skinned because other people like light skinned people more, right? I wanted to be, my voice to be different. I wanted to look different. It was just so many things. So I very rarely spoke lovingly to myself because I heard all of the negative things that anybody else ever said about me. And those are the things that were in the forefront of my mind. Those are the things that I was like, yeah, they right. And so in this book, he talks about what are the things that you have agreed to believe. These are the agreements that we have made. And unknowingly, as children, we have made a lot of agreements. And now as adults, we're having to actively work against those agreements and figure out what is the truth of that? Is that the truth about me? Is that the truth of what I want to believe? And it's important for us to watch our mouth so that we can affirm our truth, right? Affirm our new agreements, because we can always make a new agreement. We can always decide that I'm going to be somebody different. We can always decide that I'm going to believe something different. And it's okay to do that. I shared, I think one of the first videos when I started doing this regularly, I shared about our resistance to our evolution is that our fear of, feeling unsafe, that if I believe that and that's no longer true for me, that I'm scared, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to believe. And it's okay to be in that in-between space. Everybody wants to believe something so they can fit into a box, so they can be labeled. Well, I don't believe in God. I'm an atheist. I don't do this, so I'm that. I don't eat meat. I'm a vegan, right? And vegan is a lifestyle. Veganism is a lifestyle, okay? And so we're always trying to put ourselves as well as other people into boxes. And so when we are transitioning between, understanding ourselves and understanding what we believe, it's a very difficult space, and it feels unsafe to not fit into a box, because people do not like when you don't fit into a box. When they don't know where to put you, it's like, what are you again? Who are you again? What you be talking about again? And I talked about this on my live today on Instagram when I was reintroducing myself to my audience. And it's something that I regularly do because I am evolving. And so you don't get a reintroduction to me. The me from 3 months ago is not the me today, period. She not. And so I'm gonna have to reintroduce myself regularly because I run a business. But even as a person, I have to reintroduce myself, then to my friends, and to my family, and to my loved ones. And it's just all the things. And so in that process of navigating and learning who I am and understanding who I am, I'm going to speak highly of myself regardless. I'm going to speak love over myself regardless. And I'm going to watch what I say. And I'm going to think before I speak. And so one of my most recent clients in my program called The Reset, which is a 4-week intensive healing program, when we work through, what is no longer in alignment with you? What's one thing we're gonna work on for these next 4 weeks? Because that's what we tend to get caught up. We're trying to fix everything at once. We're like, I know that something's not right, so I'm just gonna fix my whole life. And then we don't get far because we're trying to do everything fix when there's nothing that's broken, to fix everything so that everything can be perfect. When in reality, we just need to be ensuring that we are in alignment, being where we're supposed to be when we're supposed to be there, right? And so one of the things that she was working through heavily, one of the things that we worked through for the past 4 weeks was, what do you be saying? And are you going to think before you say it? Because we just really need to think before we speak. We need to be mindful with our word. We need to be mindful with our word. Okay. And so many of us are mindless in thought and action and belief in life. And it's time out for us to be just like, well, it doesn't matter. It does. And it makes a big difference in your life. It makes a tremendous difference in your life. And so today I ask you to watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. If I'm giving you the mama, I ain't got the belt, but I might get it. It's an energetic belt. But watch your mouth today. And then try watching your mouth tomorrow. And then try watching your mouth the day after that as well, because it's time to be more mindful about the way you move through your life. It is time out for just saying things don't matter, it's not that important, it's not going to make a difference, because it is. Okay, so definitely do that. Start to do that work. Start to be more mindful with yourself. Start to be more loving with yourself, and be impeccable with your word. Be impeccable with your word. Okay, let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to share. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna leave y'all with. Okay, because this I literally started. Okay, it says every human is a magician, and we can either put a spell on someone with our word, or we can release someone from a spell. And I choose to release myself and to release you from spells. Anything that somebody has told you that you are not, or that you no longer resonate with, I choose to release you from that, and you got to choose to release you from that. They put a spell on you, and we think spells are these like witchy things, which in a derogatory sense, saying that witches are bad, which they are not. We are just magicians, and we are capable of creating a lot of things for ourselves. We can either put a lot of limits on ourselves, or we can create many, many roads, many, many options and expansion for ourselves. And so today, I want you to think about the power that you hold within your tongue, right? And release yourself. Create a new truth, create a new agreement, and use your words to uplift. Use your words to pour more love into the world. And you can start with yourself. Pour more love into you so that you are a beacon of love in this world. Because we need more love, y'all. We need more love. What is that? Where is the love? Okay, Black Eyed Peas, bring it back. All right, that is today's video. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like the video if it provided some value to you. Share this video with a friend that needs to hear this message and watch their mouth. And subscribe to the channel, okay? Stay in tune, stay a part of this family. Turn on the post notification bell. And if you need to up your journaling practice, like I said, get your journaling guidebook to help you to do that. This is a powerful tool that you can use. And it's just thebomb.com. All right. And again, if you're looking for a sacred and safe virtual space for Black women on the healing journey, join the Patreon at the link. I was about to say link in my bio. This is on YouTube. At the link below. Okay. I thank you for tuning into this video. I'm sending you so much love. Me and Trina love you very much. Right, Trina? Yeah. Okay. I love you. See you tomorrow. Well, today's Friday. See you on Monday. All right. Peace.